Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Hitchhiker Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This beer is called Hole Punch Double Dreamsicle. It is a double IPA with milk sugar, aka lactose, vanilla, and orange. Doesn't say what hops are in it. It is 9.0 ABV. I'm not the biggest fan in general of milkshake beers or milkshake IPAs, so we'll see how this is. I have not had this one, so going in blind is probably a good thing. I do like that logo though. I think that's pretty cool. So as you can see, it pours a pretty hazy, bright orange color with slightly less than a finger's worth of white head. That actually smells very good. To me, the good thing about it is it smells more like hops than it does vanilla or oranges, which I think is, in my opinion, is really important for this style of beer. It just still mainly tastes like an IPA with just like a little kick of the other things. I don't want it to mainly taste like the other things and then you're struggling to even find the hops in it. No, I mean, it is orangey, but it kind of reminds me of like a mix between actual orange flesh and like the orange you would get from hops. There is a little bit of like a dank character to it too, which is nice. I'm not really getting any vanilla, but I'm not complaining about that, so we'll see. I know I'm usually kind of wishy-washy with Hitchhiker, but this is very impressive. Very citrusy. Lots of orange. But it's not perceivable. It's not. I wouldn't necessarily assume that most of it is from the oranges in it. It still has like a little bit of that earthy, dank hop flavor, which makes me think it's more from the hops. The bitterness is at a pretty high level. I'll say that much. I don't know that the lactose is really helping mask that. And the other thing, I think the bitterness is a good thing because I feel like if it wasn't as bitter as it is, so I'm tasting like booze a little bit, not too much, but I am getting it. But I'm definitely getting it in the throat too, and I kind of feel like if it didn't have that pretty hefty bitterness, that it would be pretty boozy, and it would make the drinking experience not nearly as enjoyable. But seriously, I can like feel it down here in my stomach. But honestly, this is like orange juice. This is just like bitter orange juice. I do get the vanilla, but it is so faint that if I didn't know it was in here, I absolutely would probably not guess that it was. But I'm completely fine with that. As a beer in general, this is pretty good. Excuse me, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. Now that's really interesting. So the burp I just had, that was not hop flavor. That was like what an orange popsicle tastes like. So that's really interesting. Yeah, I feel like too, if there was some off flavors with the hops, like you would definitely get it. I don't think there's enough stuff added to this that would cover that up. So I don't think they're using that as a crutch, which is good. Yeah, the only like complaint I might have is it is a little one dimensional, but to me that one dimension that it's performing very, very well. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Something doesn't have to be super complex as long as it's tasty, and I want to go back and keep tasting it, which I do with this. Yeah. It's very, very orangey and citrusy, though. But the orange isn't like... I mean, you get a little bit of orange rind. I think it just goes with the bitterness. But it's not over the top, and I still really like this. So, yeah, I think... I don't know that there's much more to say about this. On my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm going to say this is a buy. I didn't... Like I said, my buddy got me this. I didn't buy it, but... I don't know that I would buy it all the time because it is like really, really citrusy forward, but it is well done and it's pretty unique, and I don't mind drinking it. So if I felt like something like this, this is one of the few times with one of these things. I would say if it had a little bit more vanilla, it would actually probably be better. Maybe not as an overall drinking experience, but it would just be, closer to what it's advertising. And I still don't want it to be the front of the show, but if it had a little bit more vanilla, it would actually really, I feel like with all the orange that's going on this, it would actually really taste like a creamsicle, but still have a good amount of hop flavor. So that would completely crush it. But this is still a buy for me. So good job, Hitchhiker and Andy. I do really like this one. I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.